Part 16. Right, let's see how far we can get along with this then. Hi guys, Retro Trek Ralph here with another Star Trek Next Generation build, the USS Enterprise NTC 1701D by Eaglemoss HeroCollector, and one day I will get that done it without any faults at all. This is now magazine 16, so we're plodding along really well on this. Yeah, there's a disclaimer here because this will be probably part one of 4. Magazine 17's already here. I am on the fast track. I assume I'm on the fast track, or it's just that we've caught up with things. But we'll get back to that eventually anyway. Right, so what I'm going to do, well, I'll quick look in the magazine, see what's inside. Apologies for reflections. My light and my POL filter are, they're okay. So we have, decent enough anyway. We've got some parts there for 57, which we'll be going through on this. It's like the undersection of the saucer. Bit off the nacelle. Why is a phaser bank? This is just on there. This must be right at the front then, so the phaser bank goes across some of the bits and bats, which is nice. 16 small windows for the saucer cables. That's like goes on the back of the, what do you call it, the nacelle there, for the battery compartments and windows, screws. Same again, lifeboats, front part. Is it 61C? Outer frame. So we're starting to build the actual edge on the Enterprise D. It's like some light bits for those, and another distribution board. And this is the exciting part, 62. Stay tuned for part 62. It's actually starting. I thought this was the underside, but it's not. If you look properly, 62E is the battle section upper bracket. So we will be connecting the next section we've got complete onto the top of that. So that's now coming on its own and building backwards. I'll give you a clue about magazine 70. There's another big piece for the back, the secondary hull, the battle section, shall we say, coming up very soon. So we have full assembly. We'll go through this in a bit. Yes, you go through that next part. See, there we go, that's the part there. This is just a sneak preview, yes, for there. Have a look again, Mr. Page, yes, some bits on for there. Yep, it's coming along nicely. That's 2 parts on here, so it'll be the full front section done, phaser bank, all that, but that won't be till part 62, is it? So we have Menage a Trois, or Menage a Troy, shall we say. On the Loaxana Troy, and is it? I forgot what the Ferengi's called. Daemon. Yeah. For a besotted Ferengi Daemon. Why did it say his name? That's weird. Then we've got Transfigurations. Best of Both Worlds. I've missed an episode. I'm sure I have. There's a best of, because it's just a look forward to the season 4. We've got 4 parts there. Ooh, data there with the phaser. The Borg, if you look at the Borg there, they're so changed. I mean, with the second series episode to the third, they were the same. Through Next Gen, they altered a little bit, but nothing major. Within the movies, yeah, you can class that as they've got an upgrade, shall we say. And then look forward to season 4. So we are, on these parts, we're not halfway through. But to have issue 60, or part kit 60, it's 120 kit parts. So let's go straight on to part kit 59 out of 120. So we look like we've got transporter emitters, some windows, a reflector part, L, a little piece there, the reflector, the transporter parts in the bag underneath there. That was like the undersection of the warp nacelle we've got, phaser bank there, a red light, so that'll be for the undersection, and part there for the underside of the saucer section, yeah. So let me get this out of the bag, and we can start fitting this to the model and see where we go from there. Parts out of the bag. I'm assuming that this will be a nice quick part here. So it's referring to the underside of the ship. We've got the saucer deflector array, and we've got the port side warp engine nacelle, which I'll get out of the box in a bit. So the first section there, we need the section A, this part here, and some windows, and a long lip. What? Is that the long lip? Okay, that doesn't make much sense. Okay. Yeah, because that goes kind of on there. Long lip, why is it like... That don't make any. 59C. Deflector array panel. Well, that's 59C, 59 deck panel. Deflector array panel. Why is... Huh? Right. Take deck panel and position the 4 deflector array panels. Deflector array panels? They're lights. They're windows, aren't they? It's not really a deflector array, is it? I mean, it would be on... Okay, fine. The long lip of each pane. Oh, okay. There is, if you look here carefully, I mean very carefully, there are, yes, they're not square, they're flat on this side and they are long lip, should we say, on that side. So we need to look out for that when we put them in. So I just need to cut these out, stick them in place, screw that in place with 2 AM screws. Is it a bit strange, that long lip? Don't know. Okay, so let's do this live, shall we? Not that shouldn't be too much onto this anyway. So I just cut these out, the edge of the sprues there. 1, 2. So it looks like they've not moulded these out of plastic. They've actually just painted these 2 in the middle. Quick airbrushing. I assume that these are put in. Oh yeah, because it's showing that anyway. I'm going to throw that in the bin. Oh, well done, I've got numbers on that. Ah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, it might have been a mistake doing that. Right, so we have a light one there. Long lip, we can see there. So that edging bit which crawls up there, a little bit goes on this side, which is there. Okay, let's see if I fit it the wrong way. So long lip's on the other side. It lips over quite badly, but the other side looks virtually perfectly the same. But I think it's just for security's sakes. So tweezers, because I'm getting these dropping off anyway. Done? Yes. Okay, so the lip, the longer part on there goes to the toward me. Could do with, oh, is it fiddly? And the last one there, could be upside down. It's not. Good, got you. There. Okay, so 4 in place. Don't know. I just don't know. They're very big windows. So this will go with the silver part. I assume that it's not that way, is it? It's the other way. So the silver part's to the back here. For some reason now we've turned this round that way. Okay. So we want 2 screws to go in place. That drops in. It doesn't drop in nicely, does it? Ah. Okay. A little bit fiddly, a little bit faffy, and it's fell through. So I just want to basically put that. I could really do it. I would love to have done this from start by using glue and all this sort of stuff. Right, so that's level there. 2 AM screws in place and that piece will be done. With that in place, step B is now getting the phaser array. Just slot it in down around there like that. And 2 CP screws, which I've already got out. Put them in. Put them in. Don't put them in. If only I did editing. Like I said before, screw them in. Leave them just so friction cools things down a little bit. Otherwise you just don't want to go through the threads. Might not work, might work. It works for me anyway. So then we've got, that's in place now. These phaser emitters, is not the transporter emitters. I've got one there. I know some people paint these. I'm not bothering at the minute, but that really got a problem. I mean, that's too much paint gone on there. I don't know if actually doing anything to that would be a good idea. But at the minute, I can't do anything because 1, I've got a right shade, and 2, if I start painting these gold, and this isn't gold, it's going to look like a pig's ear. So, unfortunately, for now, we're going to put these on as they are. And I've lost that second one. There it is. Right. Okay, so let's take that off. Put in place. I don't think there's an up or down, just near as damn it. And then push down a little bit to get the glue to go and do its job. Well, double-sided tape. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not happy at all with that. Really not happy. Because once that's on, I'm going to show the blue through it, aren't we? I might have a word with Eaglemoss to get the part for that. I've not asked for a replacement yet. Although we have had bits missing and stuff like that, but I mean, this is the front of the ship. And I can see it all, so I'll just mound it up there. So we'll keep that for the time being. So that is now done. Now, return to saucer build. So we're leaving these for the time being. And thread the unassigned bulb. Oh, which one? There are a few. Okay, so let's get this over here and bring the saucer out. 1 second. Back to the saucer. Nice and shiny. So it states that you want to put the unassigned bulb, right, there are a few bulbs that aren't anywhere just yet. These two here, running lights, one at the front which is just off screen. There is one here. I thought there was another, there's a switch here as well, but I've took the battery pack off so it doesn't matter so much. It's got to be this one. So it asks you to do, well, this square bit here is, over the top of the front distribution board. It wants you to put, is it underneath everything? Yes. That's fine. It's not too bad on cable management here anyway. Does it come up there? Yeah, it comes up here. Those green ones out of the way. So that's now underneath. And it wants you to do what? Splay open the actual pins on the LED. I'm not happy with this, but it's what you need to do. Just basically get the LED, the legs go sideways according to that, and then the bottom half for it goes, light goes up and the lights go that way. Right, this is where things will crack. So nice and steady, maybe a little bit of heat, not too much, we're not overcooking this. Get them sideways like that, and we see by going in a little bit. No, we can't. There we go. Right there. I can't get closer actually. Well, actually I can. So where are we? There. Okay, so that's as good as I can get. So pull the cable back through again. Do you want it to go there and there? Yes, it does, because the light pops away from the two screws here. Okay. Doesn't matter which way the blue or the red goes, it's not that precise. A pair of tweezers might be a good idea. As there are probably said left, right and then down as well, with a little bit of effort. That is there. Right, okay, so that is exactly where that wants to be. Then you've got to put this little plastic thing over. With an AM screw. So that's still pointing away from these two screws, so it's pointing forward. Okay, it's upside down. Oh, it's the tiniest thing. You could do with a dab of glue in there, just to hold things in place while you're doing this. See, it's just sprung back. So what I think I should do is maybe it does want to hold in place. Now hold that back there. Yes. Put a plastic clip over the top. I don't know what this is lighting up. I mean, this is fiddly beyond stupid now. My AM screw. Right, with pure luck, have we got that? I think we have. Is that meant to be showing that much? I think it is. Yeah. Most of the light is popping out to the sides anyway. Okay. So there's a big R on the top of it. R for your hands in the way, Ralph. Yeah, but that's fine. That's secure in there. I don't know if whether or not that goes kind of there and the light from that will... But I'd said the light would have to go up instead of... Because it's an LED, the light emitting which goes that way. So I'm not quite certain. Find the cover of the bulb, light brackets, secure, place with an AM screw, which I've just done. Right, it looks like we're not actually using that yet, but we're on to the engine. Yeah, we'll do that next part, I think. I think that will probably connect to the next bit. So that's just in place, that's just holding in that light. So that I'll get this out of the way, get the nacelle for the next part for step D. Okay. Begin by retrieving both parts of the nacelle build, then push the formation light, this little red thing, into the end of the nacelle lower. So this is the lower because it's going to be connected on the pylon. So there's a flat edge on there, there's a flat edge on here that will go in one way. Really doing, yeah, you go up there. It will fit in, it does hold a little bit, so that's good. I mean, yes, if I push that, it will come out. Nice and tiny little lights, that's good news. The light for it is over here anyway. So we want battery box. Right, so we need to put this over here, connect this to the battery box, which is over here. There is no battery box. What? Next, connect. Oh, the battery box is there. Thank you. This isn't a postcard. How daft I can be. So that will go in one way, connected nicely. I'm not sure whether or not you do need to put the cable kind of out of the way a little bit, so we don't go anywhere near here. Well, I would have said it'd have been better being threaded underneath and then just gone straight in and out, because that ain't going to do much, because that's in the way. Threading their cables through the nacelle skeleton. Let's go underneath there then. Okay, so there is a little bit of cable management-ish. I'm going to put mine all the way along here. All of it. So it's literally out of my way. So it's going to go underneath here and then it'll come out there, which then it'll tuck underneath. It's hidden underneath all this lot, so hopefully it shouldn't show. I just don't like the skeleton being where it is. So let's go. I mean, I might have problems with the red and black lighting when this comes out, but I don't know. Just don't know. So I'm going to go underneath there with this. What does it want you to do? I just want you to go underneath there with that. Come on, Ralph, we can do this. Underneath. That's there. That's there. Just keep a little bit of cable management is being a bit of a problem. Right, there we go. That's the wrong way around. Great. You don't have to do this. I don't think it wants you to, but I am. Only because it looks better for me. So we have 3 CP screws there, so that can now push in, and hopefully that will go in as it's going. Yeah, that's good. See, the connector's in there, the cables are in there, the wires are pushing in nicely. Just watch out in case you trap any of the cables inside while you're doing this. The rest from down here, I know that they're perfectly fine because they're out of the way. So, ooh. Okay, apart from massive seam lines, look at that. 3 CP screws. CP, C is the size and P is the plastic, as we all know. So we'll put one in there. I'm going to hold it, let it nip a little tiny bit there. On the front, little bit there. If I could feel it just nipping together then, the whole lot. There, you can just hear a little squeaking as it's going tighter. You can see a join on there. It is working up to a certain point. That LED, which was already on this part, should now be bang underneath there for the running lights. I'm going to tighten this up. Okay, that feels good. That feels good. And that's just snapped. No, that feels good. Just do that first one again. That's fine. So, we have a scratch on there. What we'll do with this, you just do it Yeah, a little bit of touch-up will be done on this afterwards. They've already given us what paint colours there are on this, so it should be fine. See, I'm not entirely happy with this nacelle. It's not really online. There's too much of a lip there and it's over and it curves round onto this side. So maybe I can look at that in a bit. It does look nice, but there's a gap around there as well, so this really needs nipping in. There, it just needs glue and then holding. And that will be a lot better. But these are an upgrades thoughts we could do later, I suppose. I mean, it's never going to be perfect. And then finally, we get this little gubbins. Right, so it looks like, yeah, we've got this as an extra piece which covers over the 3 screws. Align the 6 holes with the 6 pins and carefully push into position. They don't know me, do they? That's 2 in, 3 in, 4 in, I think maybe 5 and 6. Right, so I'll need to get something I can push down on. There we go, that's better. I'm going to get like a piece of plastic or a piece of wood or something softer, try and push on. There we go. So it makes it like a little bit of a raised ledge there. Cool. We have a nacelle. A 90-odd% completed nacelle. That's on there. It could be quite easy, just glue. See, it just doesn't fit right. Panel gap. But a bit of glue, dab, hold, it will sort that out. Rest of these ones, well, maybe. So, there we go. That is part 59 complete. The next part will be the middle section. I know I did a video at Christmas because I just wanted to show you everybody how far we were with things anyway. So, yeah, it's nice having the markings and stuff already on here. Still a shame that we've got to probably put the NCC 1701, the Enterprise, on the actual saucer section itself. So, done. So that's that. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, follow me on social media, and come back for another episode. I'll see you in that. Bye for now.